Yo, welcome to the open pit. I'm your man, Mr. C, with the most, getting ready to take y'all around the coast. What's going on, fellas? How y'all doing today?
Good, good.
Well, yo, all is well.
First, let me say congratulations to E Dub on them Eagles getting their second Super Bowl. That's what's up, man. Enough respect.
Clap
Hands
it
Appreciate
up.
it.
down,
Appreciate it.
hands down. I had to give you some props on that one. 'Cause I was pulling for y'all, boy. I'm like, oh, Kansas City, man. Oh my goodness. But it's all good. It's all good. Y'all took care of business. But I'm gonna get into the details real quick before we get into the show. Then I'm gonna pass the mic. The score: Eagles 40, Chiefs 22. Mahomes 21 to 32, 257, three touchdowns, two interceptions. He had four rushes for 25 yards, 6.3 yards carry. Y'all shut the run down. Hunt had three carries, 9 yards. Uh, Penrod had one for eight. Isaiah Pacheco had three for seven. Wordy, he's the only bright spot on the whole team. He had eight receptions, 157 yards, two touchdowns, 19.6 yards a catch. Kelsey, 439. Hopkins, 2 of 18. Smith Schuster, 2 of 16. And Hollywood Brown, 2 of 15. Get to the Eagle stats. Hurts, 17 to 22, 221, two touchdowns, interception. Hurts had 11 carries, 72 yards, 6.5 yards a carry, a touchdown. Barkley had 25, 57. Smitty had four receptions, 69 yards, 17.3, one touchdown. Brown had three for 43, 14.3 yards, a catch, one touchdown. Dawson had two for 42. Barkley had six for 40. And Goddard had two for 27, man. And your passing game killed him. Your passing game killed him. Your defense killed him. You know, man. I'm gonna pass it to Kurt. Then I'm gonna let Ed do what he gotta do for the next 15 minutes. What you gotta say. You know, man. I know you got stuff you got on your chest. I wanted to get on last week, but it was that day before Valentine's Day. I had to get my stuff in order for Valentine's Day, so I apologize for the delay. But Kurt Murray, that's on you.
Man, shoot, let me see where to begin. So initially I picked the Kansas City Chiefs, right? I thought the Chiefs was gonna. To me, I really didn't care who won the game, to be honest. But I thought that the Chiefs was gonna be able to pull it off, miraculously get that three-peat with the help of the refs, of course. And first few plays of the game, man, like that pass interference call, I was sitting there like, oh my God, here we go. They about to pull that BS, right? Wasn't it on AJ Brown, if I'm not mistaken? It was a pass interference call on him. That was like one of the worst pass interference calls I've ever seen. The flag thrown on. But long story short, man, after that, man, the Eagles defense showed up. They showed up, man. They ran Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs out of the building. I've never seen Patrick Mahomes look so uncomfortable back there, and I mean like never. They had that guy like pitter patting his feet the whole time. He wasn't comfortable. The defense played an amazing game. Uh, Jalen Hurts. You say he only had 221 yards.
Jalen Hurts had 221
22.
passes, but he was 17 to 22. He only missed five passes.
Right,
Two
right, and
touchdowns
I
and
think that I think that was the difference right there too, man. Because from watching the game, I didn't look at the stats or nothing like that, but I thought he was up over 300 yards. You feel me?
it
With
seemed that way.
it did really seem like he was above 300 yards. So like to hear he didn't even throw over 300 yards and only 22 attempts with 17 completion, man, that's good stat rate. Kansas City shut down the run though. I will say that they went out there and they hung their hat and they pride on shutting down the run, but they could never get started. To be honest, that game was a complete blowout. I wish I would have stopped watching it after halftime. I think we stopped watching it at the beginning of the fourth quarter, something like that. And I think the score was like 40-6 by that point of time. Congratulations, though, man. I'm happy for Saquon Brown getting one. Definitely happy for Jalen Hurts getting one. AJ Brown. Hey man, them boys went out there and they did with and the whole defense, man. I just Jalen Carter, man. They got the Georgia Bulldogs over there, so
the whole front.
Yeah, exactly. So I just thought all around, man, the Eagles were the second best team in the NFL all year, but they was the best team in the Super Bowl, hands down. You know what I mean? And it showed.
No doubt. Look, that front four was amazing.
Oh,
they was getting pressure on Mahomes. They ain't had to blitz. They
didn't blitz one time.
Nah, that front four was killing them. I don't know what they was high on, but they was geeked up. They was just out there rotating. Mahomes was under pressure. Kelsey was. He looked like he needed to retire. Really, you know what I mean? But I'm gonna give you the stats. 2 weeks ago, Ed E-Dub, I went with the Eagles 24-21. Kurt Murder went with KC 34-32. T Money went with KC 37-31 overtime. Rio says KC 21-17.
In my defense, though.
And hold on. And no went KC 28-21. My fault. One person left out. Yeah.
But in my defense, though, I did say the only way the Eagles could win that game is if they blew them out, and that's exactly what they did. You know what I mean? Because I felt like if it was going to be a close game, the Chiefs would have pulled it out. So, hey, kudos to them for giving me what I wanted, man. I did want to see the Chiefs get blown out, to be honest.
Yeah, definitely want to get them blown out. But E-Dub, it's your platform, man. You know what I mean? I know you've been celebrating for the last 2 weeks. You know what I mean? I know you've been wearing Eagle gear 24/7.
Yeah.
What you got to say, man? You've been saying a lot on the text streams, man. Go ahead. What you got to say, man? Speak, man. The mic is yours.
All right, man. I mean, it's been a long year. We didn't start off well, although we were able to have a really nice record. My goal really with the Eagles was for them to make it to the playoffs, and hopefully they have it together by the time they got to the playoffs, because we was like barely winning. We didn't quarterback and wasn't in sync with the wide receivers. People was hurt. They hung in there, and by the time we got to the playoffs, we were running on all 6 cylinders. 8 cylinders, if you will. But when it comes to the Super Bowl game, I mean, I felt like we were going to win, but I did think it was going to be a closer game than that. I knew we were going to get pressure on Mahomes, but it's not like he hadn't seen pressure before. So the amount of pressure that we got on him and the way that he was scrambling back there, he didn't look like Mahomes. I mean, it didn't look like they didn't look like Kansas City, the Kansas City that we have all been watching. And also, I was sitting back listening with not just our picks of course, not just our picks, because I understand why everyone would pick Kansas City because they've been finding a way to win. I get that. I just felt like it was our year. However, everyone was talking about there was no way that like the refs, the refs were going to be a substantial factor in the game, as though the refs was going to help them. And yeah, when that pass interference got called on AJ Brown, I was like, I know they're not going to start this, as Kurt Murder said, because I was like, that wasn't pass interference. This is Super Bowl, and we're playing football. I mean, it's 2 athletes out there battling for the ball, but that was nowhere near pass interference. So as I'm sitting there watching that, I said, okay, maybe they are going to try. But after that play, I didn't really feel like the refs was a factor. I felt like they let them play. I felt like the Eagles came out and really set the tone and never took their foot off the gas the entire game. By halftime, it was a wrap, really, because I was like, I know that they're not going to come back and win. The Falcons, yeah, they got beat. They got that embarrassing game where they came back and lost. Yeah, I mean, but that's happened already. So now we know that can happen. That wasn't going to happen to us. So, I mean, we totally went out there and dominated and just took over. And I mean, shoot, it was a great night. I mean, I can't put it no better than that. It was a great night. Then if you look at the way that the ball was distributed, I mean, Hurts, we want to see him get one. I mean, it was a fantastic win. It was a team win. And my boy that I'm always rooting for, the underdog, the undersized Smith, the way he ball out there, I mean, he got him one. And I'm sitting here like, yeah, and AJ got him one. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, the whole team really came together. And then Jalen Carter out there chasing your boy down. And everybody knew he was going to be. Everybody showed up, man. I mean, it really don't get no better than that. You know, that's 2 in the books, but we really did it in a big way. We did it we did it in such a fashion. You know what I mean? I mean, they went out there and took the game. So, you know,
hey, they BTA.
Yeah.
They BTA. Oh boy, they do that.
Your boy Dawson had a big catch
on
the sideline. I wish he would have scored because the way that was a great pass, great catch, everything. He only had 2 catches before but that one catch, that was amazing. Y'all totally dominated, man. Y'all dominated every phase in the game. I can't even.
Absolutely.
The run game, the pass game, special teams,
defense.
You shut everything down, man.
Kansas City had 23 yards in the half. The first half they hit 23 yards.
I think only had like 1 first down.
Yeah, bro. Think about this, man. As long as we've been watching that Kansas City Chiefs under Patrick Mahomes, we have never seen that happen to them.
No.
Ever. You know what I mean? Like that was just like, man, that was pure dominance, man. Like the Eagles went out and the thing is, Kansas City didn't see that type of defense the whole season. They caught Baltimore week 1, but Baltimore defense was horrible from week 1 to week 11. They was last in the league, right? Then they played Denver, which they barely got that win, but they never
Denver missed that field goal. They missed that field goal.
They blocked the field goal, right?
It was something, yeah.
They blocked that one, but like they never played the defense like the Eagles, man. That front 4 is vicious and dangerous, right? So what I think back and I'm like, the Eagles were battle tested during like their last like 5 to 6 games. They were battle tested. They saw Baltimore, right? Then they saw Washington again. Then I think y'all had Dallas. I think that was a walkover. I'm not sure if y'all played Dallas last, but y'all last 5 or 6 games were battle tested games for y'all. Cause then y'all ran into the playoffs and then y'all played the Rams, right? Like battle tested, man. Like the Chiefs kind of just was skating by the whole year, and then when they got in front of a really good defensive team, man, it showed like they're not on the same level right now. So I was just mad.
It looked like they didn't practice, like they just expected to come and win.
Bro, that's literally what it. That was my next thing. You think they had the big head coming to this game? They already won 2, or we got this on the wraps, and y'all came out there and smacked them in the mouth. Go ahead, Kurt. What you about to say, man?
No, because that's good though, right? Because this is what I was thinking about. Like right after like midway through the second quarter, I was like, when are they the offense for the Kansas City Chiefs gonna adjust? When are they gonna start doing something different instead of just dropping back all day trying to pass with Patrick Mahomes? You are not beating that Eagles team that way. Because they're gonna get to you for 4, so they got 7 in coverage. Like you're not gonna beat them that way, guys. Bro, they ran the ball 6 times, 9 times. Like, come on, man. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, when are they gonna adjust? But they never did. So to me, like Ed said, it was like they didn't even practice. They was like, man, we just gonna go out here and play backyard football today.
And Hopkins had that big drop right before halftime. That was a big drop. That was a momentum breaker right there, yeah. If they'd have got that, it might have been a little different. But after that, that was their only chance. Because after that, the Eagles were celebrating. The wife was in the house. I'm like, can I post some? I'm like, yeah, the game's over. No, it ain't over. I'm like, it's over. Y'all not finna lose this game. I got mortgage money on it. You're not gonna lose this game. This game is over.
Yeah.
But go ahead, E-Dub. What you about to say, man?
Also that interception, I forget my boy name, but that
number 2
with the Gene.
Oh, the safety.
Yeah, that was sweet. That was sweet.
Yeah,
I mean,
on his birthday.
Yeah.
That was like icing on the cake for him to get one and then take it to the house. Oh my God, I was just sitting there like, yeah, it's destined. It's written on the wall, you know. I mean, he took it up. Then he slowed down and just kind of like, okay, I'm right. He looked surprised. Right. Like, oh, I'm taking this all the way in.
Right.
And Kelsey looked hurt. I mean, he looked like his feelings was hurt. Like, which they should have been.
They should have been, right?
Yeah, they should have been.
Yeah.
They should have been. But I looked at him the way he was walking with that old suit on, with that Saturday Night Live suit on. You know, I was like, okay. You know, when he was walking after the game, he looked like, oh my God, like we just got tore out the frame on the biggest stage. I was like, yeah, I mean, you can't take nothing away from them. They just didn't look like they came to play, though. And I'm surprised with Andy Reid at that. Like, I would have thought Andy Reid would have started making adjustments after, probably right into the second quarter. I would have thought he would have started making adjustments. But I didn't really see none that they made. And we just kept firing off at them. And
they really couldn't make any adjustment when you run a 4-man front. You know what I mean? That's how your defense is running, a 4-man front. 7 people in the back, dropping back.
Yeah.
If you can't stop 4 people.
But see, go ahead. My fault.
I said, if you can't stop 4 people from rushing you, it's over. You know what I mean? Because you got 7 people defending the pass. You know what I mean? And the 4 people was causing havoc. You know what I'm saying? So you double team one, somebody else is eating on the other side. They was just you pretty much had 2.5 seconds to get rid of the ball. That's how quick they was getting in there every time. And if you missed the first tackle, the second defender coming right there. So he didn't really have time to look down the field, man. It was so much pressure. Go ahead, Kurt.
So that's what I was saying, right? Like, we talking about Patrick Mahomes still dropping back. Like, I get it. Kansas City not really like a big front team. They don't really run big fronts. But that's when you bring double tight ends and then you get a block, you get a chip, you run the ball, you establish some type of ground game, right? Because like you're not going to just drop back and pass 30 times, 40 times and beat the Philadelphia Eagles. You're not going to do that. You know what I mean? Like, you almost can't do that to any team. Right. They got a pretty decent defense, right? So, like, they made themselves one-dimensional, and I was just like, when are they ever going to start running the ball? They never did. It was one play here. They pretty much ran the ball twice in each quarter. That was it. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, what? Like, you can't beat nobody like that. So I think Andy Reid should have had some adjustments. Hey, man, we got to go big on this front because Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, they're killing us. Like, get our big front in there and let's establish the run game. They put too much on Patrick Mahomes the same way the Ravens did Lamar Jackson last year, right? They put way too much on him in the playoffs. Yeah. Had that boy dropping back there throwing the ball 35 times. We ran the ball 6 times. The recipe for disaster.
Yeah.
You know, so the Kansas City Chiefs didn't really they didn't have a real good game plan going into this game at all.
I think their offense choked because they were so far behind. They try and get quick points. That's why they kept passing the ball. They didn't want to, because they offense when they do run the ball, they don't break for too many long runs. They ground check it and then get down the field. It's take up a lot of time. They was trying to get quick strikes.
Get back in the game.
Yeah, it was whatever they was doing, man. They were playing checkers, and the Eagles were playing chess. You know what I mean? They had everything figured out, man. I don't know if they had Spygate going on. They check out their practice. They had everything under control. Had it on lock. They had the KC on lock, man. And I think they put the blueprint out for next year. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that. Kansas City done learned from that loss now. They done learned from
Hold on. Hear me out. Because in the past, everybody really having pressured KC and stayed in their lanes. You know what I mean? A lot of teams get pressure on KC, but they wasn't staying in the lanes to get out and break for a long run. You know what I mean? Not against the Eagles. Everybody stayed in their lanes and did their job, contained, and guess what? The pocket collapsed on him, and he was going down. If you do that, and he don't break one, because against us, Super Bowl last year, he broke one on what was it? 4th down he went 30 yards. You know what I mean? Because Bosa crashed in and do his contain. Yo, man, I don't know, man. Curry, I think it's gonna be a whole new ball game next year, man. With KC.
Nobody. I can't say nobody. There's not a lot of teams in the NFL that has the Eagles 4-man front. There's not a lot of teams that can replicate what the Eagles do with their 4-mans, because you got two of those guys are really dominant. Both of them demand a double team, right? So like, you don't really see too many offenses in there, and that's the reason why offenses can't do what the Eagles do, or defense can't do what the Eagles do, because they have to send a blitz to get to them. And this is where, and I was going to touch on this. All season, what you seen from Patrick Mahomes was the dink and dunk to get them down the field, right? Very seldom he taking that shot play. But what the Eagles did was they took that first read away from him. He didn't have that check down. You know what I mean? Like, we're on that check down. We're gonna make you throw this ball down the field, and their receivers get the least amount of separation in the NFL. So hey, your receivers against my DBs, I guarantee my DBs will beat you. A lot of teams don't have the caliber players that the Eagles have right now. You know, I can't figure out how in the hell the NFL allowed them Eagles to draft them jokers. Like how? I was like, bro, they just got Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, Nolan Smith. Like, there was nobody watching these guys in Georgia, right? Like, what the flip happened?
That Carter by itself, I'm saying, yeah, he got that little speeding thing, that accident, but he's still a monster on that football field, man.
Absolutely.
If he didn't get into that, he probably been the number 1 pick.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? In that drive, the dude was a monster come out of Georgia. You know what I mean? So that's the NFL. That's the owner. That's the other GMs. They made a mistake. Hey, hands down. Hey, look, Eagles, your GM, he's been doing a great job. He stole AJ Brown from Tennessee. That happened overnight. Ain't nobody else know about it. You know what I mean? So I don't know what the hell going on, but yeah, hey, he's doing his job, man. Hey, hands down, man. I can't say anything bad about the Eagles at all. Y'all earned it. Y'all deserve it. You know what I mean?
Not to mention when we added in Saquon, now because Saquon breaks, he gonna break one, so they have to key on Saquon. And you know, I mean, in basic football, as we all know, the running game is going to open up the pass if you got to key on the running game, which is the opposite of what Kansas City did while they lost, because they didn't have no running game. We know you're passing,
right?
So, I mean, with the addition of him, and like I say, with the key players, and then them coming, they finally came together and was all on the same page. And I mean, shoot, like I said, it ran like a finely tuned machine. You know what I mean? So. Yeah, it was like I said, it was a great Sunday.
I know you was celebrating the Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I know you was Cats blowing you up, or was you blowing Cats up?
Oh, when nobody called me. Didn't nobody want to hear me talk. Huh? Nobody want to hear me talk. Come on, man. Ain't nobody want to hear me talk.
Y'all look, when I see Ed posted in the group, I went, I always have my group message on silent, but I said, I'm not even going to read the rest of these messages. Because Ed is about to go in right now.
I know the Cowboy fans don't want to talk to you. The Commander fans don't want to talk to you. The Giant fans don't want to talk to you. You know, especially the Cowboy. You know more Cowboy fans than anything.
Oh yeah, no,
yeah.
And it was my phone. My phone was silent. I got some texts, congratulations and things of that nature, but didn't nobody want to talk to. They didn't want to hear me. I understand though.
Oh man.
I understand. Yeah.
I had to call Sterling a couple of days later. I told him like, look, man, I think y'all might be the worst team in NFC East. You know what I mean? Because you got the Eagles defending Super Bowl champs, the Commanders coming up, and the Giants about to come up. So y'all gonna be battling for last place between y'all and the Giants next year. That joke almost cussed me out. You know what I mean? He almost cussed me out.
We gotta be careful what we say about that NFC East, man, because we know like nobody has won that division consecutively in forever. So like that thing can roll. The Giants can win the division next year. Yeah. Until we get a back-to-back division win in there, we gotta be careful about who we say is on top. The Eagles on top right now, but everybody starts out 0-0.
Yeah.
It's between them and Washington, though. They're the two front runners. You know,
oh yeah, for sure, for sure.
Them two. Because
and every game is a rivalry game too. Every game is a rivalry game.
And Washington got all this money under the cap. They can make so many power moves with your boy. He under the rookie contract, so they got mad time to add more pieces. You know what I mean? So it's going to be interesting what they do. And then they talk about Miles Garrett, Washington trying to sign him. If he go to Washington with that defense they already have, man, it's going to be a whole new look for Washington. Miles Garrett's dude. I know he's coming to the NFC. Because Cleveland be stupid to keep him in the AFC. You know what I mean? So you have to trade him to the NFC. You know what I mean? You don't want to see that dude, you know what I mean, in your conference at all. Can't trade him to y'all. Go ahead.
No, I'm gonna let you finish your thought because I'm gonna just piggyback right off of what you about to say.
Yeah, because I'm saying they'd be stupid to trade him inside the division, and they'd be stupid to trade him inside the conference because everybody in the conference would be 10 times better if you get Miles Garrett. You know what I mean? So, yeah, you're going to get some draft picks. You might get some return players for him. But my number one rule, if I was the GM, he has to go to the NFC. Let him battle out in the NFC and let them battle out there. You know what I mean? Absolutely. You can't battle over here on our ground. But it's on you, Kurt. Go ahead, man.
So the funny thing with that Miles Garrett situation, right? Like, I don't think they're gonna trade him. I don't, at least this year, this coming year. I don't foresee them trading him. I mean, and the only reason I say that is because the Browns organization is a terrible organization. They do things unorthodox, right? They should trade him because of the capital and stuff you can get for in a draft, right? Or players that you can get back from. They should. But I don't see it, man. I don't see it. They won't have a quarterback next year because, of course, Deshaun Watson is not going to play next year. I don't think they are going to sign Jameis Winston back. So it's like, I think that team is going to try to do whatever it takes to get under cap because they're like, what, negative $47 million or something like that over cap, if I'm not mistaken. But the hit for Deshaun Watson is the biggest hit, right? Even after they restructured him, he was supposed to get, I think, if I'm not mistaken, the number was like $80 million or something like that this year. I think it falls to like 60, but that's a $60 million hit.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, they're not worried about Miles.
Oh, his money's guaranteed.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So now, they got that clause in their contract about something about like harmful to the team. So what I foresee happening is if they can really narrow down that he tore that Achilles from dancing in a TikTok video, they're gonna cut him. And once they cut him, I think he's only guaranteed a certain portion of that money because it was conduct instrumental to the team. You know what I mean? So that'll help them out. But I just don't see that organization getting rid of Myles Garrett. At least not next year. At least not next year. But Washington does have, I think, right now with the salary cap, what they said, 270 million, like 281 projected for next year. So that should give Washington somewhere around $100 million plus salary cap. That is, Patriots sitting at like 120.
Yeah.
Like, man.
And the cap went up this year, didn't it? The cap went up this year.
So next year it's projected to be between 270 to 281 million dollars. So that's like a $30 million increase from where your team is sitting at right now, right? So Baltimore is probably going to be like somewhere in the 36, $37 million cap range, but every team gets like that $30 million increase now. You know what I mean? So it's just like, man, the Patriots sitting at like 120, Washington to be sitting at 100 plus that million. Like, they can really go out there and do some damage, man.
So let me ask you this: since you brought up your boy Watson, I ain't want to get off the Eagles, but you brought up Watson. If they find out he was dancing this TikTok and they let him go, you think they're gonna pick up Aaron Rodgers?
You know what? That organization is dumb enough to do that. But I don't think they would, because I think they're trying to get their cap situation right. So it only makes sense for them to draft, right? They need to, when they need to, which we've seen, they got rid of Amari Cooper, right? So, and then they brought in Jerry Jeudy, right? So they really only have like one star on offense as far as wide receiver. They don't have a established running back besides Jane Ford, and I think he's still on his rookie deal. But like,
they got your boy from Georgia though.
Who?
Your boy from Georgia. He came back last
Nick
year.
Chubby.
Yeah.
So we know they. I think they're gonna get rid of Nick Chubb, man. Just because they gotta bury that salary cap, they gotta get under. So I think they're gonna go draft heavy in the. They're just gonna, draft a lot of players, man. It only makes sense because they can't pay anybody. You know what I mean? So like, you gotta cut your weight. You gotta get rid of some of these good players and just rebuild in a draft. I think they're really in a rebuild year for the next 5 or 6 years because of the Deshaun Watson contract.
And the Eagles, y'all gotta start paying some players this offseason also.
Man, bro, I was like, oh yeah, the Eagles are about to lose some. I don't know how they did this, but they got most of their players under contract until 2026. So they don't even have to pay none of their prime time players really until the next offseason. I'm like, how did they
pay
do
Slay?
That? They got to pay Slay.
Right. Then they got the defenses. They're still on a rookie contract, so they got to pay them next year. And you got AJ Brown got another year on his contract. Smitty just signed a contract last year. Hurst signed a contract last year. So they pretty much. And
then they got Saquon Barkley on a 3-year. I was like, how did they pull this? And they still are like, I think y'all at like $30 million or something like that, $40 million at cap. Because I think we were number like 5 on like from the bottom up. I knew at that point in time Baltimore had like $12 million under cap. I think y'all had like $30-something million. So to pull that off, man. I don't know what kind of signing the Eagles have been doing, but that front office they're doing an outstanding freaking job.
So E-Doug, y'all think y'all gonna repeat?
I do. I mean, based off everything y'all just said right there. I mean, we got the full team coming back. And everybody's going to come back healthy. No one's hurt. We're solid in all positions. So, yeah, I mean, that's I don't know if it's a lot of clips or whatever, but one of the clips I seen was when Smitty walked over to the sideline during the game and he was talking to Hurts, and it was emotion. You know what I'm saying? He's like, yeah, we got you one. He said, you deserve it. Yeah. He was like, yeah, go ahead and bask in the moment. He said, you worked hard. But then he came back and he said, but look, he said, but get used to it. We're going to do it again next year. And then I started thinking, I'm like, man, like with this team and with this team, with this running back, with this quarterback, with this defense, with this offense, I'm like, shoot, with this, I mean, the coach, I mean, you can sway one way or another, but we won the Super Bowl. So with that being said, we should only get better. So yeah, I mean, we'd definitely be in contention. I mean, of course, I think we're gonna win it again. I mean, but we'll definitely be in contention. I mean, we're gonna be one of the last teams standing, if not the last team standing. So yeah.
Your boy is Cooper DeJohn. That's the guy that got the that's his name, Cooper.
Like that boy That boy named Cooper DeJean.
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 Yeah,
man. Hey, my cousin is a big Eagle fan, man, and I'll be texting back and forth. But when y'all drafted him last year, I followed him in college and whatnot. I was like, yo, Cooper is a dog. Like, and once he seen him play, he was like, bro, you are right. I was like, bro, I told you, like that boy is a dog, man. So he's a missile.
It's good.
Yo, but you know what, Ed, man? This is the one thing I can't understand. And I know a lot of coaches and everybody go through the same thing, even players or whatnot. I couldn't understand the whole negative take that these sports media or analysts were saying about Nick Sirianni. I was just like, why they trashing him like that this year? Like, y'all were winning games.
He's not the typical head coach that's going to say or do the right thing. He's emotional, and I like that in a coach. You know what I mean? Personally, you know what I mean? That's what you know what I'm saying? You play better for a coach like that. You know what I mean? He's not a coach with a tight butt or something stuck up his butt. You know what I mean? Hey, he want to win. And if he see you doing something wrong, he going to call you out. He don't care. He going to get in your face. Hey, that's what players like, man. You play better for a coach like that, man. So the media don't like him because he just being himself. That's what it is, man. That's how I look at it. What's your thoughts on it, E-Dub?
I mean, I agree. I agree with what you're saying. I mean, we all love to see that passion and that emotion and standing up for what you think, because you the head coach, so you in charge. So you got to do it your way. So everybody gonna have their opinion on what you should have done and whatnot. Even with I'll give you the example of the Lions coach. Like, he just got to a point where he just going for it on fourth. Just cheering. You know what I'm saying?
We going for it.
Yeah, I mean, but as you see, when the hometown, what they call it, the steel workers, I forgot what they call it, what they call them, but like when you got that type of team, when you got like, factory workers and whatnot, they're
blue collar.
Thank you. Blue collar. I couldn't think of the word. But anyway, when you got the blue collar type mentality, they love that. However, when you go for it and you don't get it,
gross you.
Yeah, and that's the same with Nick Sirianni. That's what I'm saying. It's the same. It's pretty much the same thing. It's like, now we won the Super Bowl, but if we didn't win the Super Bowl, you see what I'm saying? You see, that's how life go. I mean, you could all day long, you can do it your way, but if you ain't winning, I mean, ain't nobody listening. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I mean, it's better when you emotional and when you put you wear your heart on your sleeve, except for when you lose. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, he's a player's coach, man. Even when y'all scored a touchdown, he went over there to mess around with Brown. Brown had his book in his hand, and they was last on the sideline. I was like, oh, that's a classic moment right there. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because they roasted Brown about it earlier. And Sirianni was like, what's up, man? You reading that book? And he just started laughing. I was like, oh, okay, that's what's up. That's all right there.
It is crazy, though. Like, all season long, I get that. But in the Super Bowl, man, put that book down, man. You know what I'm saying? Put that book down.
Not the way y'all was beating some butt out there, man. He should have damn near been able to finish that damn book.
Yeah.
He should have been able to finish that book.
And the author blowing up because he had that book on the sideline. He done sold out. That book that got sold out.
He need to start. He should have got in on it. He should have started selling bookmarks. You know what I'm saying? He should have got in on it.
Right?
You know what I'm saying? Start selling his own personal bookmarks to keep it order. He could have got him a couple extra meals. So, but yeah, I think we're gonna do it again. Like I say, we're sitting in a good position. Like I say, everybody's healthy. Everybody's happy. They look like one big happy family right now. You know what I'm saying? Which they didn't look like that earlier in the year. You know what I'm saying? Earlier in the year, it looked like everybody was beefing.
and the good thing about it, since Hurts been in the league, and when he go back to Alabama, every year he had a new offensive coordinator. You know, you lost offensive coordinator Kellen Moore, but it don't matter to Hurts because he's a smart individual. He can pick up on the playbook. He knows the offense. He can do what he need to do. I think it was only 1 year he didn't have a new offensive coordinator. That was back in Alabama. So for the last 7 years, 6 out of 7 years, he had a new offensive coordinator. You know, they showed on ESPN last week. I was like, wow, I didn't know that. You know what I mean?
Seen that. I saw that. I saw that as well.
Yeah,
you know that.
That says something
because I was about to ask a question. So I'm gonna ask it. This is a good question. I think that there's probably only 4 to 5 elite quarterbacks in the NFL. Would you say that Jalen Hurts is an elite quarterback? Either one of y'all can.
I would. I've been thought that. I mean, he doesn't panic. He's a very smart guy. Now, the Super Bowl that we lost, I felt like he wasn't hustling. Like he wasn't. I felt. I mean, in that game, I was like, why is it? It's like he didn't have that fire or that will. But I mean, as far as IQ. As far as toughness, as far as arm, as far as being able to run, he don't even run as much as at one point he would take off. Now he don't even take off as much. But yeah, I think he's I think he's proven because he ain't even been in the league that long. He got 2 Super Bowls. I mean, it's time to start talking about him, really. You know what I mean?
I'm thinking about it.
He got 1 Super Bowl.
You're right. He got 1. The other one was not Wentz. Was it Wentz? Or,
it was
Foles.
Foles was Wentz went down. Yeah. Dang. Well, he been twice. I put it that way.
Yeah, he been twice.
Yeah, I could say he's in the top 5 of quarterbacks because you got to look at it. You got Allen, you got Mahomes. You can put in your boy with the Rams as a lead quarterback. What's his
Stafford?
I'm saying because the reason I say Stafford.
No, I'm just listening. I'm not going to interject on anybody's opinion. You know?
No, because remember when he was down his receivers, he went on a 4-game winning streak without his top 2 receivers. He was spreading the ball around. I give him props for that. You got to put Hurts in there. Love for Green Bay. He still like. I think he's coming. You got your boy Lamar Jackson in there. You know what I mean? They're my 5 quarterbacks right there. I'm gonna say them 5: Jackson, Allen, Mahomes, Hurts, and Stafford. 5 quarterbacks I can say because you look at it. What? Yeah. That's your boy's coming from Washington. He's there. You know what I mean? Yeah, he's there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I would definitely wouldn't put him in elite yet, but he's definitely there.
Yeah,
he has the potential to be there.
He's putting the key in the door. He just ain't pulled it open yet. You know what I mean? So it's a matter of time with him. You know what I mean? So
So you don't think Joe Burrow is the elite quarterback?
Damn, I forgot about Joe.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah. I forgot about Joe. Well, yeah, I might have put Joe.
Joe be cooking, yo.
Yeah. I gotta take Stafford out there and put Joe in there. I forgot about Joe.
Yeah.
Joe's definitely in there. Definitely in there. You know what I mean? So that's it for me. What's your thoughts on it, E-Dub?
I was just only one I was gonna take out was Stafford. I don't think Stafford's an elite quarterback. Not the way he folded up. I mean, he had some good games. I think he's a good quarterback, but you said elite. To me, elite means it don't like you could go to any team and you're gonna make them better. And y'all should, if you got people in key positions, you're gonna be able to do it. And I don't think Stafford's in there. I actually will put Daniels in there before Stafford, but I'll say Joe Burrows. I was real impressed with him this year. Of course, Hurts. Everybody you name except for Stafford. Yeah, I don't think he's elite.
You gotta look at Stafford. He went from Detroit to the Rams, and his first year with the Rams, he won a Super Bowl. That's all they was missing was the quarterback, because they let Jared Goff go because he couldn't take him over the hump. What I'm saying is, with Stafford, I give Stafford props because he know how to read the defense. If you bring the pressure, he gonna let that ball go just like that. He letting it rip. He ain't playing with it. He know how to read defenses. But yeah, top 5, he can't be in my top 5. He be number 6 or number 7. You know what I mean? But yeah, Joe Burrows, that dude just. I can't believe I forgot him. You know what I mean? I'm over here looking. I'm like, damn.
I'm gonna ask you. I'm gonna throw another name out there. Patrick Mahomes.
He's on there. He's on my list.
Yeah. Okay.
I said Mahomes and Allen.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. But I forgot. It was somebody else to get. I was over here thinking. I'm saying I'm forgetting something. As soon as you said Burrows, I was like, oh yeah, Stafford out of there. You know what I mean? Because Joe be cooking. Yo, Joe will be playing with it. Once he get an offensive line, if he get an offensive line,
I hope that never happens, because we play them twice a year. And they need a defense too, though, man. To be honest, they need a defense.
I don't know what's gonna happen with. They gotta sign Chase.
That with that $30 million, they've been had enough money to keep T. Higgins, because T. Higgins said he would take a lesser contract. What was the word I was looking for?
Pay cut.
Yeah, pay cut. He would take a pay cut. Yeah, he would take a pay cut to stay. I think T. Higgins is happy there, so I think they're going to be able to re-sign T. Higgins because he's not looking for the money. You know what I mean? So we got to think T. Higgins won't be on the market next year.
It's going to be interesting. Like I said, Stephon Diggs out there. You got Adams for the Jets. He looking to get out of there for the Jets. You got Debo trying to get out of there.
They getting rid of him though, right? They said they don't want Devontae Adams.
Yeah.
They didn't want Aaron Rodgers or Devontae Adams, so he out of there.
Yeah. So I done read a couple things that saying Debo might be going to the Eagles. I was like, man, he goes to the goddamn Eagles. I'm gonna have a damn problem. But yeah. But then Devontae said he want to come back to the West Coast. I don't see him going back to Oakland because he's already in Oakland. So he might go to the Chargers. He might go to the 49ers. He might go somewhere else. But yeah, I don't see him going back to the Raiders. Been there, done that. But Stephon Diggs, like I was telling you before, if you can get him for the low, let him get on the squad and teach the other receivers. You got young receivers in Baltimore. If he go to Baltimore.
Nah, man, we don't want Stephon Diggs, man. Don't put Diggs on us. We don't want Diggs, nor do we want Debo Samuel. We don't want either one of the jokers, man. Heck no. I can tell you who I would like, but I know it probably won't happen. George Pickens. Still is definitely not trading George Pickens to us.
Nah, that's a nada.
We need a big receiver like that can go up, great hands, and make any catch on the ball. We don't need definitely a Debo Samuels or Stephon Diggs. Stephon Diggs is kind of like a Zay Flowers for us. You know what I mean? So we already have
he plays slot
that receiver. Yeah, so we don't really need him again.
I'll take him in San Francisco. I'll take him. But hey man,
what's some pieces out there now? There's some good pieces out there for free agency, man. I can't wait for free agency to start.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Yes, sir.
It's definitely going to, especially on the defense side too.
Right.
Oh, but look, hold. Before I can't let you go. What's up with your boy, man? What's up with your boy Justin? He been hanging around with Deshaun Watson.
Oh, so I try to stay away from talking on cases that haven't even really made it to a court case or anything like that because I believe that you're innocent until proven guilty, right? But you do realize that stuff was before Deshaun.
I know.
I was
he the originator.
Oh,
He might be the originator.
Holy, bro. So I'm not gonna hold you, right? So I've read some of the stuff, man, and now I will say this, man. Like, if he was doing that, man, he is dead ass wrong. You know what I mean? Like, you're dead ass wrong. And I side with the victims.
What did they say that he was doing?
So that's why I don't want to really get into that, right, man? Go read it. Because I was about to say something, but I don't want to be kind of like I side with the victims, but they ain't really say he was doing nothing. You see what I'm saying? But it was just like some things in there led to this, and they wanted to ban it. Like, I don't know. So that's why I was just like, man, I don't want to make no judgments on any of that stuff and put my opinions out there, because it could be, if the wrong person hear it, what I may say could harm somebody else. So I don't want to.
Yes, 7 more victims came up this week.
Absolutely, I think the total count was like 17 or something like that.
Yeah, I was like, damn, that's.
Yeah. No, like now I'm like, no wonder you was missing all them fucking. I mean, excuse me. No wonder you field goal. Dang on field goal. I'm like, hey, he knew it was coming, bro. He knew it was coming, and he couldn't get his mind right. You feel me? So,
yeah.
Like, I'm telling you, man. Like,
if you gonna do it, man, just have him come to your house, sign a disclosure, man. You know what I mean? You going to these damn massage parlors and doing this and that. It's just.
Yo, the thing is, watch this right now. Y'all remember when Robert Kraft got caught in the joint, right? Mm-hmm. Robert Kraft just threw a little bit of money out there. Boom. Hey, no problem. Now Deshaun get all these allegations on him. They rag my boy for years. They suspend him. You know what I mean? Like all this other joint. Now Justin get it. Now I just want to see if they're gonna keep the same energy that they kept with Deshaun Watson, that they're gonna do for Justin, right? Like, because it's the same similar case, same exact case. Maybe he wasn't touching and groping anybody and doing X, Y, and Z, but why hasn't this really been covered on sports media, right? Like, you don't really hear it.
And then the Texan owner had something to do with it too, because he was cool with either the DA or something like that, so he had it out for Deshaun, so they was trying to blow it up.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. I remember that. Yeah. So, yeah, man, that's definitely funny, man. Like, Robert Kraft really got caught doing the same exact joint, right? Like, these things, like I was telling you, I think I put that in the
phone breaking up, Kurt.
Ah, shoot.
You sound like a robot over there.
Well, while you're fixing that, now my opinion on the Kraft situation. Now this is just my opinion, and it don't amount to nothing, because we're no longer we're not talking about football. But on that situation, I think what happened with Robert Kraft is a billionaire. Now, they got him for going in there into the parlor. That was a misdemeanor. Robert Kraft is not going there. You don't go to jail for a misdemeanor. And he's a billionaire. They wanted to embarrass Robert Kraft. That was about embarrassing him. That's all that was about. And I think it was because he helped with the Meek Mill situation. It's what I think. But that's my personal opinion. Because if a billionaire get a misdemeanor, it shouldn't be all of what they made it out. I mean, a billionaire gets a misdemeanor. They just said, you know what, we're going to put it out in the media. We're going to embarrass him. He had just that. Like what they're saying with the rest of these cats, the Deshaun and Justin, they got several counts. You know what I mean? I think that was a different ball game. With Kraft, they wanted to. I was sitting there like, why is this on the news? He's a billionaire. Like, I know he could, like, they wouldn't let him sweep this under the rug. Now, I know fair treatment and all, but it was a misdemeanor. You know, I mean, that's not new. It wasn't news. You know what I'm saying? I think they had it out for him.
Look, he probably. Go ahead, Kurt. Go ahead. He probably messed up with some politicians. They got pissed off and they want to get back at him. You know what I mean? Because these politicians, these billionaires, they got everybody in their pocket. You know what I mean? So he probably done pissed somebody off and was like, okay, I got something for him. He won't go to jail, but we'll embarrass him. That was my personal thoughts on it. You know what I mean? So, but Kraft didn't care.
Yo, look, let me tell you something, man. Like, you don't go to one of those joints just one time. That wasn't a one-time thing. Like, he was doing that, man. Trust me, I know, right? Like, I was in Germany. I was in Germany for a little bit. And, that's a real big thing in Germany. Like, when I say a real big thing, like, it's a real big thing. Like, you go in there and you can get whatever you want, as long as you paying the right amount of money. Now, I live up here in Pittsburgh, right? Like, that's a thing around here, bro. They got they got those type of spas around here. And I'm like, that's really a thing. So, like, when does it become, this person went to this parlor because he knows that this is what they do there, and he done paid, and years later, it's like, nah, my boy, you ain't giving me that bag, yo. You no more, man. Like, I'm about to put some charges on you because, yo, I done got plenty of massages, bro. Like, you know what I mean? And this is like, come on, man. Like, I'm sorry if my arm happened to touch your leg while I'm hanging like this and I'm sleep. Come on. You gonna sue me for that? You gonna sue me?
I got a couple homeboys when I first moved down here that was going to massage parlors. They was talking about, yeah, you can get it in. I was like, man, my luck. I'm not trying to do something. Be on the 6 o'clock news. You know what I mean? You know like this? Yeah. I'm like, nah, I'm good, Pippin. Nah, I'm good. I done sit on TV a couple times on Buford Highway. You see them dudes coming out shirt off, in handcuffs, trying to hide their face. Nah, man, I'm good, homie. It might be on the stand. You don't know what's being surveillance. Nah, I'm good. Nope, can't even do it. But yeah, they go on a regular. I'm like, hey, more power to you, man.
Yeah,
I can't afford to lose my job and all that.
So see, look, see, if they go on a regular, you think Deshaun and Justin ain't going on a regular?
Yeah.
Now, if I'm a regular, I know the ones that, I know the ones that's getting down, and I know the one that ain't getting down. You know what, right? And like, come on, that. Right. I'm not just gonna go over and try somebody. Like, no, man, I don't know. But hey, man, if he did it, yo, like, hey, pin the tail on a donkey.
Hey, once one hit dog holler, everybody went, damn, she about to get paid. I'm all get paid too. That's all that is. It's a domino effect. Everything rolling down. Yeah, that's all that is. You know what I mean? I ain't mad at him. You know what I mean? I just think you gotta do it play like you had the Playboy Mansion. You know what I mean? You come in here, you know what I mean? You gotta sign a disclosure. This is what's gonna happen. You can't sue me, this and that. Hey, you got all this money, you gotta protect yourself. You got a brand, man.
Absolutely,
you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's all good. But Ed, what you got? You got the closing thoughts? You got anything for us for the fans out here? Eagles Super Bowl champs.
I mean, we did it.
We did
it. I'm about to say in the words of Biggie, we did it, Brooklyn. We did it.
I haven't heard that Too Short song so much in my life. That's all they've been playing, man. Your boy, hey, he killing it. Then he got the white dude coming from across the street with broom. Hey, them videos, man. It's all over the internet, man. That's all good, but and he done, man. Congratulations, man. Y'all deserve it.
Man.
Y'all was the best team out there, man.
Great season, man. Great season, man. Can't wait to do it again. You know what I'm saying? Next football season. It's basketball season now.
Well, it is basketball season, but it's looking like the same thing for my football season. Basketball season ain't him on nothing. And he played. He played. He done played 400 games, 400 some change games. He done missed 400 some change games. He's 50-50. He around his piece. You know what I mean? I'm just like, man. Yeah, I'm not gonna get into it, man. It is what it is.
Right. Gilly was saying the same thing. He was talking about Embiid. He was like, man, he was on Shannon Sharp podcast, and he was like, yeah, like it's time to get rid of him. He's like, Embiid is nice, but he don't play. You know what I'm saying? It's like he's not helping you if he's not in the game. He's always hurt. It's like him, Anthony Davis, and the biggest one for me would be Zion.
Oh, Zion a bust. He's a bust.
I don't want to call him a bust, but he's hurt. I mean, he stay hurt. He's hurt more than he ain't hurt. You know what I'm saying?
The thing with these big boys, they gotta get in shape. They gotta lose that weight because up and down playing 82 games a season, you jumping up and down all that 275 plus pounds coming down on the knees and ankles day in, day out. You can't win like that. You know what I mean? Yeah, you young right now, but the injuries start to add up right now. Wait till you get older. You get 7 years in, are you really gonna be hurt? You know what I mean? So Embiid missed his first 2 seasons with his injuries. That's 164 games. All right, cool. But after that, he had the eye injury. He done had the knee injury. It's just like, man. And then he got a bad attitude. He kind of practiced late. Your boy had to call him out. You know what I mean? I'm just like, and then you overweight. You out of shape. You huffing and puffing. You slowing the offense down. Yeah, man. I hate to say it, man. It's time for us to get rid of him, man. You know what I mean? But I guarantee you this. Once we get rid of him, I guess you can have a reality check. He'll know somewhere else he's gonna ball out. You know what I mean? That's a chance we take, but we need to get something in return because Maxey is balling. PG-13, I don't know what the hell he doing. We picked him up for no reason. He had 3 points the other night. 3 points. You know what I mean?
That's how Paul do, though. That's how Paul do.
Man, Paul, I don't know what's on Paul, man. I don't know if Philly got him twisted, but Maxey out here giving in every game. He out there balling. But he can't do it by himself. You know what I mean? We got some young players, Edwards and so on, but Embiid, that's just a missing piece, man. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. He done. It is what it is. I had told microphone and toast that the other day. I'm like, look, man, I'm not gonna tell nobody outside the family that Embiid is sucking, but it is what it is now. Everybody's seen it. You know what I mean? He barely come to the games even when he's hurt. He's not even on the bench. You know what I mean? It's like, damn, dude, come on, man. You supposed to be the franchise. You supposed to be the process.
Right.
Nah, you gotta lead by example.
Right.
But
see LeBron be there when he ain't playing.
Exactly. But Kurt, take us home, man. You know what I mean?
Yo. Yeah. Y'all like how what we creating here on this channel right here, man. Don't forget to hit that like, that thumbs up button, like, subscribe, and turn that notification bell on. We're gonna try to be here every Thursday, right? So come support us. Tell a friend, bring a friend.
Tell a friend, fellas. Y'all be easy.
Peace.